Hi YouTube, Darth here. Today I want to do a little bit of freestyling because I really don't have enough time to put together a proper video for today's CTE Sunday or a number of other videos I've been meaning to put together this week. And that's why I wanted to give a little video update just to let you guys know what's been going on and why I haven't done a whole lot of videos recently. And really it just comes down to real life. Now I say this because I have a lot of things I actually do want to put on the channel, I just haven't had the time in the last few weeks to do so, and I won't have the time for the next couple of weeks. If I get lucky, I might have a video out for Hardline by Wednesday, but that might not happen as I'm heading off to Vegas. After I get done with my Vegas vacation, then I have a move to look forward to. Once everything is settled, hopefully by the middle of the month I should be back on track to have a video a day or a video every other day for you guys. That being said, I do have a couple of questions for you guys about what to put on my channel. Now, I can look at my channel statistics and they'll tell me one thing, and you guys might want something else entirely. For example, Hardline doesn't appear to be that popular right now, and I really don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense for me to invest a lot of time in that game when I don't really get a whole lot of views out of it, and you guys don't really seem to comment too terribly much on it or have a lot to say other than I don't play this game or I'm not interested in that game. And while I still enjoy the game, I do have to take note that the fact is on PC, the game just is not doing that well. If you guys would like to see me continue to make Hardline videos, please be sure to mention that in the comments below, as I will start ramping it down otherwise. Now that leaves me with the question of what to replace it with. Now I can just go back to doing Battlefield 4 exclusively, or have a Hardline video here and there, but I would love to hear what you guys would like to see on this channel. Now I'm planning on continuing my Over Your Shoulder and CTE Sunday series, but I'd like to know what you guys would like to see throughout the rest of the week. Do you want more weapon reviews, more map reviews? Do you want any of the other series that I've done more of, perhaps Rageaholic or something else? I'm not opposed to trying out other games as well, like CSGO or perhaps some other options that are out there, but primarily I am interested in keeping this a Battlefield channel for the time being. Something else I've considered is just doing straight up commentary on videos like this one to give you guys updates on my channel or to possibly just talk about things in general. For example, I don't do a whole lot of commentary videos where I just talk over gameplay like this for the fact that it feels a little bit lazy to me, and secondly, I like to organize my thoughts a little bit better than this rambling tirade that I'm doing right now. That, and I've always felt that Over Your Shoulder is a little bit better way to go about it rather than just patting myself on the back with every game that I could possibly post here. So getting back to some more Battlefield related thoughts, I'm actually pretty excited about what's been going on in the CTE, particularly with respect to the spring patch and the community map project. I felt like the winter patch was particularly devoid of interesting changes, while the spring patch has a huge load of balance changes that should be really interesting, that is, assuming that they actually keep them in this time. Compare that to the relatively anemic Hardline patch that we got earlier this week, and I think Battlefield 4 is shaping up to have a better summer than Battlefield Hardline. Now we still have Hardline DLC coming, and we still have premium features that haven't been implemented yet outside of just a description and a webpage. But the question I've been asking on Twitter and other outlets is anybody going to be left in Hardline this summer to even play that DLC? I can't help but look at the PC numbers for Hardline, which are decreasing by the day I might add, and go, who is going to be left playing this game in a month or 2 months or even 3 months when we might actually finally have DLC for that thing? The console numbers for Hardline are a little bit more encouraging, so if you're on an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, you'll probably have an audience to still play with, but on PC it's pretty dire looking. And even with Battlefield 4, with all the effort that's been put in the game in the form of patches, the CTE, DLC, we've never ever reached those launch day numbers. So there's something else to think about, is that Hardline will never be more popular than it was on the first day it launched. That's just how paid for games work. You have launch day popularity and it slowly trails off over the life of the product. Now there are some exceptions to the rule. Think about CSGO. It started off in beta and steadily grew in popularity, but I would not call that game quite the same kind of premium style game that these titles like Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty are. Call of Duty and Battlefield rely on launch day sales and hype to build that huge population to begin with, and then it slowly trails off until the next title comes along. Now, I could be completely wrong. Hardline could do something miraculous and amazing, and we could see a giant spike later in its life, but I just don't see that happening with Battlefront coming out later this year and not wanting to steal the thunder from that title. Now, will I play the Hardline DLC when it comes out? I hope to, but at the same time I have not yet purchased Premium because I'm kind of waiting for them to show me why I should buy it. Frankly, with any Hardline DLC, I'm hoping that the developers have figured out what works best in their game and they make maps tailored more towards that. Probably my favorite map in the game was Heist on Bank Job, which is probably why I went and did that as my very first and maybe only battle plan that I'm ever going to do for Hardline. But I feel that's a problem with Heist and the competitive game modes in general, is that they just don't fit on the maps that they're on. And by the way, it's crap that this guy nearly dies and gets away by some miracle. But as I was saying, it does feel like Hardline has a lot of game modes that just do not belong on the maps that they're on. Hopefully with Hardline DLC we get a few more maps that are better tailored towards the game modes that they're trying to support. What I'm hoping not to see is a bunch bunch of giant maps that are tailored towards Conquest Large that don't play well with any other game mode. And I think that's another problem with Hardline, is it tries to be too many things to too many people, and good on this LAV driver, by the way, for getting behind me, because he totally screws me up here. But that's about all the time I have for today, folks. Please let me know what you want to see on my channel. Please let me know if you want me to continue doing Hardline stuff, if you want to see more Battlefield stuff, if you want to see something else entirely, let me know below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, YouTube.